The Edmonton Oilers are a professional ice hockey team based in Edmonton, Alberta. They are members of the Pacific Division of the Western Conference of the National Hockey League. The Oilers were founded on November 1, 1971, with the team playing its first season in 1972, as one of 12 founding franchises of the major professional World Hockey Association. They were originally intended to be one of two WHA teams in Alberta. However, when the Broncos relocated to Cleveland, Ohio, before the WHA's first season began, the Oilers were renamed the Alberta Oilers. They returned to using the Edmonton Oilers name for the following year, and have been called that ever since. The Oilers subsequently joined the NHL in 1979 as one of 4 franchises introduced through the NHL merger with the WHA. After joining the NHL, the Oilers went on to win the Stanley Cup on 5 occasions: 1983 A Circumflex 84, 1984 A Circumflex 85, 1986 A Circumflex 87, 1987 A Circumflex 88 and 1989 A Circumflex 90. This remains the most championships won by any team since the NHL-WHA merger, and also the most won by any team that joined the league in or after 1967. Among all NHL teams, only the Montreal Canadiens have won more cups since the league's 1967 expansion. For their success in the 1980s, the Oilers team of this era has been honored with dynasty status by the Hockey Hall of Fame. On November 1, 1971, the Edmonton Oilers became one of the 12 founding WHA franchises. The original team owner was Bill Hunter. Hunter owned the Edmonton Oil Kings, a junior hockey franchise. He also founded the Canadian Major Junior Hockey League. Hunter's efforts to bring major professional hockey to Edmonton via an expansion NHL franchise had been rebuffed by the NHL. So, he looked to the upstart WHA instead. It was Hunter who chose the Oilers name for the new WHA franchise. This was a name that had previously been used as a nickname for the Edmonton Oil Kings in the 1950s and 1960s. After the newly founded Calgary Broncos folded prior to commencement of the inaugural WHA season, the Oilers were renamed the Alberta Oilers as it was planned to split their home games between Edmonton and Calgary, possibly for financial reasons, or to allow for a less complicated return of the WHA to Calgary, though the team ultimately played all of its home games in the Edmonton Gardens, and subsequently changed its name back to the Edmonton Oilers the following year. They won the first game in WHA history 7A Circumflex 4 over the Ottawa Nationals. The Oilers drew fans with players such as defenseman and team captain Al Hamilton, goaltender Dave Dryden and forwards Blair MacDonald and Bill Flett. However, a relatively little-noticed move in 1976 would have an important impact on the history of the franchise. That year, journeyman forward Glenn Sather was acquired by the Oilers. It turned out to be his final season as a player. However, he was named player coach late in the season, moving to the bench full-time after the season. Sather would be the coach or general manager of the Oilers for the next 23 years. Although the Oilers' on-ice performance for most of the WHA's history was mediocre, they remained relatively well-supported and financially stable by WHA standards. In 1976, the franchise was acquired by wealthy entrepreneur Peter Pocklington. The team's fortunes would improve dramatically in 1978, when Pocklington acquired Wayne Gretzky as an underage player, as well as goaltender Eddie Mayo and forward Peter Driscoll, from the recently folded Indianapolis Racers for cash. Gretzky's first and only WHA season, 1978 A Circumflex 79, saw the Oilers finish first in the WHA standings, posting a league-best 48 A Circumflex 30 A Circumflex 2 record. However, Edmonton failed to win the championship, as they fell to the Winnipeg Jets in the AFCO World Trophy final. Dave Semenko of the Oilers scored the last goal in WHA history in the third period of the final game. which the Oilers lost 7-A circumflex 3. The Oilers joined the NHL for 1979-A circumflex 80, along with fellow WHA teams Hartford Whalers, Quebec Nordiques, and the Jets following a merger agreement between the two leagues. Of these 4 teams, only Edmonton has avoided relocation and renaming. The Nordiques became the Colorado Avalanche in 1995, the Jets became the Phoenix Coyotes in 1996, and the Whalers became the Carolina Hurricanes in 1997.